Guys, what is up? It is Friday, March 26th. Will and I are coming from the new studio, from the new setup. We are making major moves right now. Arguably one of the best weeks of my life. I'll let Will comment on his, but Will, what's going on, dude?
Dale got laid 4 times this week. I'm just joking. No, we had a fantastic week. And the reason why Dale's brought this up, I tweeted this out. We talked about this last week. The moves have been made. We made the studio upgrades, and now we have an even bigger collaboration. Dale and I, what's on the menu? We started on the very bottom, right? At the ground. We were fucking laid off, fucking crying in our pillows every night. We dusted ourselves off and said, you know what? Let's build something special right here. We built what's on the menu daily, and now we are joining forces with JP25 Media. I want to give a huge shout out to Dave Paulette, Josh Paulette, Zoe, and Travis Gardner. We are definitely going to build something special here. I am so fucking excited for this.
Dude, so when we started this, literally like Will said, we were facing so much adversity. I mean, I was laid off from the restaurant. My wrestling club that I grinded a year on just was taken from me, all because of a disease. Will was laid off from the radio show. He lost everything that he was working on. And guys, we could not have been in a worse situation. When we started doing this, life was hell. None of us have gone through anything like this. Just being taken.
It was frowned upon to go to the gas station.
Literally, the fact that we're not even a complete year in yet, and we're starting to make strides like this, guys, it just tells you, grind your ass off, work hard, learn new skills. You don't know what can happen. So we're just going to keep working because it's what's next, right? This is a stepping stone, but what's fucking next?
Yep, always hungry. We sound like the Nike athletes, or we sound like those guys trying to get to the pros that we see always on Instagram, doing the ladder drills. Although we make fun of them, we give them a huge shout out. We're not going to stop grinding. I'm super pumped. So now we are officially on JP25 Media. Let's fucking go. Dale, also, what's ready to go? I think some of these players have moved on the NBA trade deadline.
Ooh.
So, Woj, does Woj ever sleep? I don't know if he ever sleeps.
Woj sleeps less than me.
I think so.
And that's not much sleep.
And he doesn't make bad decisions like you either.
Yeah, I make the worst decisions and still don't sleep. But I told you earlier, what's next? Some of these players got dealt, and they're asking themselves what's next as well. Your Denver Nuggets had a huge upgrade at the fucking deadline. Pulled off a trade for Aaron fucking Gordon to go with Jamal Murray and that young core that they already have. Will, you have to be coming in your pants right now.
Okay, I didn't come as much as you did the last 4 days when you had every girl in this room. But besides that, I think I'm taking a separate approach. Although I was a little excited at first, I don't know how I really feel about this. Aaron Gordon went to management at the Orlando Magic saying that he wanted to be traded. He wasn't really happy with the culture in terms of their inability to win. Well, kind of a lot of that falls on Aaron Gordon. And now my biggest question is, how is he going to fit, like you said, with Nikola Jokic, who is arguably, I would say, an MVP candidate.
He's the best player in basketball.
Yes, and now he has to team up with Jamal Murray as well. Does he accept the role? That's my biggest thing. Can he fit in? They're in the midst. I would say they've been underachieving so far just because of what happened in the bubble last year and the last few years. They still have to look up to the Lakers. I like it. I want to see how it meshes. I think really it comes down to how much the Nuggets miss Jeremy Grant. Although he went to the Pistons.
Yeah, that's irrelevant.
Yeah, and now he's just getting paid way too much money. So
like you just said, though, how will we fit in? He's not going to have a choice. Yeah. If we've noticed over the course of the NBA the last 5, 6, 7 years with Golden State, Cavs, Brooklyn now, Lakers, you have no choice. You're either going to fit in or you're going to get left behind. Yeah. And that's on any team that you're on. Also, another big player, Victor Oladipo, is heading to South Beach. Somehow, the Miami Heat got Dippo without giving up Duncan Robinson or Tyler Hero. Was this the steal of the deadline?
I don't think so, because since 2018, he's only played 54 games. I understand that he had a gruesome injury a couple years ago, and that's been kind of a huge crawl up a mountain at that point. And he was a part of a Rockets team the last 20 in a row. So, with that being said, is it an upgrade? I hope. Can we get to the early stages of the 2018 season, Victor Oladipo? Sure, that's fine. But I'm a little weary on it.
That's something that we're definitely have to look out for. You're right there. The Heat core is wildly good. So, if Victor Oladipo can come in, give them valuable minutes, either on the starting rotation or off the bench even, because that could be a good role for him here, upgrades will be made in South Beach. Another deal that happened this week, and I don't even know if this is an upgrade. Rondo's heading back to LA, but he's not going to be wearing the yellow and gold. Rondo's going to the Lake Show in exchange for Lou Will, who gets to go to Atlanta and have Magic City every fucking night. Will, does this trade make sense at all?
I think it makes sense for Lou Williams because now he has that membership card to go to Magic City every day and get as much as he wants. Jokes aside, I think Rajon Rondo's really good for the Clippers because if you look at it, it was pretty well documented that they didn't want to be in the bubble last year, and that was basically the Lakers' title to lose. Now, I think the biggest thing for them, it's going to come down to crunch time, and I really feel that they relied way too much on the iso ball between Kawhi Leonard and Paul George.
Yeah.
Now you have a veteran leader who's actually won at the highest level with 2 different organizations and 2 different conferences. I think this is good for him. With Lou Williams, we were talking with Zoe off air right before the show. Is he the best 6-man ever? Maybe. I don't know. Del Curry, Jamal Crawford. They have some stuff. He just reached the 15,000 point mark. He's played with some of the best names and competing against the best names. What else does he have to prove? Other than winning a title.
Listen, Lou Will's that dude. Drake raps about him. 6-man like Lou Will. I hope he goes, has some fun in Atlanta. He deserves to live his life. He mentioned that if he got traded, he might retire. I hope not, because the NBA is really good with Lou Will in it. Speaking
of Drake really fast, so our boy Kyle Lowry of the Tampa Bay Raptors, because they're playing in Florida right now, not in Toronto, due to COVID restrictions. He was basically on this farewell tour, and the biggest headline was him not being traded. So he's going to stay with the Raptors. I guess, I don't know, he's had some, off the court, stuff with Nick Nurse. Was that a good move?
I think it's kind of like the Andre Drummond situation in Cleveland where you just couldn't find a trade partner.
Drummond.
No, I mean, the players aren't comparable, obviously, but sometimes you just don't find a good trade partner, and I think that's just what happened here. Kyle Lowry is the heart and soul of Toronto in a lot of ways for their sports teams. And
he's delivered a title. That dad bod, I mean, look, he's making, he has like $100 million contract. He can look however he wants.
He secured the bag.
Yeah, I think at some point he wanted to go to Miami, but look, Pat Riley, their owner, did a really good job saying, I'm not giving up Tyler Hero. I'm not giving up Robinson. He kept his pieces, so kind of crazy. Other quick shout out too. Always got to shout out to San Diego kids. Shout out to Norman Powell, who's going to the Portland Trailblazers. Shout out to Lincoln High School. He's getting a good amount of money, and he's really turning it up. So
for sure. Someone else who's getting a good amount of money potentially, and this is something that the story's just developing. NHL ref Tim Peel was caught on a hot mic saying that he had a phantom call. Well, this isn't the first time this has happened in sports with referees, and I know it's not going to be the last, because there's some greedy motherfuckers out there that do bet on their own games. Do you think this is a big deal?
Let's head to the ice. Let's do that hockey, as Chance the Rapper says on SNL. I like to think of myself as a moderate hockey fan. I really enjoy the fights, which is kind of cliche to say, because that's what everyone just falls to when you meet a hockey head, and that's the first thing you can just conversate about. But in terms of the referee, Tim Peel. Now, is he taking a page, like you said, out of the Tim Donaghy playbook, who was the NBA ref, who was basically wagering on his own games and then lied to a federal court saying he wasn't fixing games? You were fucking fixing games. Like, get over your shit. Tim Peel says, I wanted to get a fucking penalty early, was caught on a hot mic during the Predators and Detroit Red Wings game. Now, my man's he's been refereeing on the ice for over 20 years and was looking to retire early. You're not getting a fucking pension now because you have been banned for life from the NHL.
No. Imagine grinding your ass off only to get caught in your last year.
Like, how are you not aware of... how are you not aware that you have a hot mic? I mean, you look at... I've always said this about referees. 2 things. If your name is popping up on sports talk shows, that's probably really bad. 1, you probably made a horrendous call during some really high-level game, probably in the playoffs, or you're fucking fixing games. Tim Peel, you joined... I mean, look, the 2012 NFL refs, remember when the refs had a lockout when they wanted to have that strike? So, that Monday night game between the Packers and Seahawks. Like, those blind motherfuckers are looking like geniuses now and angels versus Tim Peel. We're not for cheating. Because, look, what if I was actually fucking betting on that game?
Yeah,
like, what if I was trying to get, like, the Red Wings to cover?
So this seemed way too natural. He seemed way too comfortable in this situation. This happens, I guarantee you, way more than we could ever even expect. And hopefully they can get it figured out. Like, I don't care if you bet. I'm the biggest degenerate gambler you guys know probably. But the fact that you're betting on your own games, that's so sus. I hate that.
That's not good, dude. Just stick to the steroids. Just be like Ed Hockey League. He made
just yoke yourself.
Exactly.
But last but not least, guys, our special today. Topanga's husband found some shrimp in his Cinnamon Toast Crunch box? The fuck?
Danielle Fishel Karp. She is the wife of Jensen Karp. I want to be honest. So I feel like the people born in the 1980s, like how we love SpongeBob, that's how much they love Boy Meets World.
Oh, yeah.
And I really feel that now, because she's older, Topanga's like the lifelong MILF. She's
Yeah.
like Stifler's mom off American Pie.
She was like Milfy for us at like 8 years old.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, we haven't even hit like puberty yet. And we're like, ooh, what's
Like,
going on here?
What's happening down there? Like that's the Panga vibes. But dude, finding shrimp tails in your cinnamon toast crunch box? The fuck? Like,
Exactly.
What?
I love Cinnamon Toast Crunch too. And I think Josh Paulette has done a Mount Rushmore. He's compiled a list of the greatest cereals in the world. Cinnamon Toast Crunch is up there, and it's up there for me. I'm a little disgusted. And everyone said it was a prop. This guy likes to fuck around. Those were fucking shrimp tails. If I'm asking for tempura shrimp or a shrimp cocktail in my cereal, I think I would have asked for it. I don't want that accidentally.
I know you said top 5, but it's top 2 and it's not 2. Cinnamon Toast Crunch is the GOAT cereal. And I hope they figure this out. I hope they figure that out. Because if this is actually true, I'm mind blown.
Will you, and on this, will you still continue to eat Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
I have Cinnamon Toast Crunch coffee creamer. I love it that much.
That's how we love it.
You know
That's how we know.
You know what else I love much?
What?
Betting. This weekend, guys, we are going to have all the Sweet 16 games, all the Elite 8 games. We will be breaking them all down.
I'm going streaking again!
I hope we'll go streaking again. If you guys need any help on a sports book, anything, send us a DM. I got you guys covered for the weekend. Huge slate of games. Give us a follow. WFTM Daily, Tiki-Taki, Apple, Spotify, Twitter, YouTube, at Will Galvez, at Arendelle_. Give our new homies the follow as well, at JP25 Media. Follow the bros, Zoe, Trav, Josh. Guys, we have a lot of stuff coming in the works. We're pumped to share this with you. Will, let's get to work.
Let's have a weekend.
Let's go.